Hi world, so it's Monday the 13th of November 2017 and this is my astrological forecast for the week ahead. Now, a couple of things first of all. Firstly, big, massive thank you to everyone in Singapore who hosted, facilitated, organised me. One person in particular, you know who you are, and thank you for everything you did for me. It changed my life, Singapore. I had a great trip and I'm going to be going back there as soon as I can because it was just brilliant. I love it. Thank you. Secondly, I'm on recuperation from Singapore. I'm in the southwest of England and I'm living in a place where the broadband speed and the Wi-Fi is as fast on as a three-toed slow on antidepressants. It's really slow. I don't know when this is going to get loaded, but it's going to take a few hours. Each video is taking me about 5 hours to load, so apologies if this comes through a bit late. I am doing videos for other people, but they're taking time. So here's the forecast for the week ahead, and this week it really is a bit like a weather forecast because I can see sort of really nice energy around, really nice sunny weather around for the next few days, followed by a hell of a storm coming up as we get to the weekend. So we start today, this morning, just a few hours ago, with a conjunction of Venus and Jupiter. And this is going to be visible to everyone in the world. As long as you've got clear skies in the morning, in the hour or two before sunrise, you should be able to look to where the sun comes up on the horizon, and you should be able to see Venus and Jupiter really clearly. I was up this morning to look for it, but I was up a bit too late, so I missed it. But it should be brighter than any of the stars in the sky. So, and the fact that it's a really thin banana moon should make it quite easy to see. So look to the southeast, wherever you are, look to the sunrise point over the next 2 or 3 days, Venus conjunct Jupiter. In early Scorpio, not the best place for Venus, but healthy enough, especially when it's conjunct Jupiter, and it is a really beneficial aspect. And those people who are born around the 27th, 28th, of October and April, well, you're in a really good space to actually go in for a little bit of indulgence and wallowing and chocolate and pleasure, and why not? There's a void moon today from 3:45 in the afternoon UK time until 11:26 in the evening tonight when the moon moves into Libra. So later today it's a time for basically just doing the filing and not doing anything organised and getting things done as a normal way. What else we got going on? Well, also in the sky today there's a big square between Mercury and Neptune. Now this creates a kind of mental fog. It's not a big deal, although Mercury is now getting ready to start its retrograde process. It's not quite there yet, but in a few days' time Mercury will be entering its retrograde shadow period. But with Mercury square Neptune today, it's just a day for getting out there and being in nature and not worrying too much about what's going on. Not a lot is going to happen today. Similarly with tomorrow, all day tomorrow the moon's in Libra all day. All day Wednesday the moon is in Libra all day. Not a lot is happening this week. The first few days of this week are really encompassed by having Venus conjunct Jupiter, so it's a time of leisure, pleasure and indulgence. As we get towards the second half of the week, things begin to change. On Thursday, there's a void moon from 10 to 1 in the morning until 20 past 8 in the morning UK time, when the moon will move into Scorpio. Also on Thursday, Venus is trining Neptune and the sun is trining Chiron. That's not going to be a big deal. It's actually quite a nice time, but the moon will have moved into Scorpio and there will be a slight undertone as to things beginning to brew and fertilise. On Friday's actually a really nice day. It's possibly the best day of the week in terms of action. Mercury in the sky is sextiling Mars, and with Mercury sextile Mars, Mercury coming from very late, in fact, Mercury in Sagittarius sextiling Mars in Libra. Friday's a day for making decisions, taking choices and actions. It's also the day before the new moon. So Friday's a very good day for being projective and assertive, taking the initiative, making things happen. Yeah, glass is more than half full on Friday. It's easily the best day of the week. On Saturday, it's the Scorpio new moon. The new moon actually takes place at 11:42 in the morning UK time. at which point after the new moon it goes void until 1 minute to 7 in the evening on Saturday, when the moon will move into Sagittarius. The new moon itself, you'd think, okay, there's no difficult aspects to the new moon. It's a healthy new moon. It's trine Chiron. Nice. It's Sunday. On Sunday, Mars is square Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. So we've got Mars squaring Pluto the day after a Scorpio new moon. This to me is trouble. Seems to me the more we get into the week, as the moon moves into Scorpio, so the undertones are going to get more and more omen, not ominous, but ominous. And there's going to be a lot of upsurging coming up from underneath, a lot of things rising to the surface. There's yet more revelations to come, more impropriety to be revealed, more damage to be seen. And for all those people whom Pluto has been hammering over the last year or two, by which I mean those people born around, I don't know, the 5th to the 10th of July, January, October and April, then yeah, much of this year's, all the crises and trauma of the last couple of years is over, but this next few days, it's a flashback, and if there's anything left undone, you're going to know about it. And so get things sorted, bring things to a permanent and final end. The more we get into this weekend, it's a time of detox, purging, cleansing, eliminating, purifying. Bring out the rubbish, get the rubbish up to the surface, let it go. The week starts really well. As we get towards the end of the week, there's going to be some pretty deep undertones. So keep everything clean. Simple philosophy, says the moon in Sagittarius person. If you always tell the truth, you never have to remember what you said. And if only all of them and politicians and the CEOs and the military leaders and the drug manufacturers, if only they would stick to that, what a world it would be. Okay, I'll get this loaded as and when I can. Catch you later, world. Bye.